Hey there, cartoon fans! Ever heard of Mighty Mouse in the Great Space Chase from 1982? It's kind of an oddball gem from animation's past. A wild, spacey spoof starring the classic Terrytoons hero, Mighty Mouse. If you ever wondered what Mighty Mouse would look like as a retro sci-fi star, buckle up because here's the scoop. The basics. So, Mighty Mouse in the Great Space Chase hit theatres in December '82, but only in a handful of places. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long, made by Filmation, with 20th Century Fox helping out, and directed by Ed Friedman, Lou Katchivers, and Hal Sutherland. The story and teleplay were written by Tom Regger, who, you might not know this yet, ends up being a big deal in animation later on. The vibe? Totally animated, goofy, sci-fi fun for families and kids. What's it about? Basically, they threw Mighty Mouse into space and let him do his superhero thing. He's up against his longtime bad guy Harry the Heartless, who kidnaps Queen Pearl Pureheart. Yep, total space princess vibes. What follows is a madcap chase with space battles, laser fights, and robots everywhere. It's Mighty Mouse's old-school heroics, but in lasers and starships instead of the usual city streets. Harry's got a pretty evil plan involving kidnapping Pearl and trying to rule the galaxy. So it's Mighty Mouse to the rescue, pulling off wild stunts and, of course, saving the day. Here's something cool. This isn't new animation. It's actually made up of episodes from The New Adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll, which aired in 1979 and 1980, patched together to make a full movie. So if it feels kinda like an old serial with a to-be-continued vibe, that's why. And yeah, it's Filmation. Expect to see plenty of reused animation, characters sliding instead of running, and simple backgrounds. But somehow, that actually adds to the charm. It's retro, goofy, and kind of perfect if you're into that so old it's cool again aesthetic. Voice actors include some Filmation veterans like Alan Oppenheimer and Lou Scheimer, but honestly, there's no full voice credit list around. Home video and where it stands. Today, you could get this on VHS or DVD if you were very lucky back in the day, but it's not easy to find now. No fancy Blu-ray, no HD remaster, and you won't see it pop up on Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that. If you spot an old copy at a thrift shop or online auction, you've hit the nostalgia jackpot. It didn't become a mega hit like the Ralph Bakshi Mighty Mouse, The New Adventures in 1987, but it's still a cult fave for early 80s cartoon lovers and Filmation fans. Neat trivia. Little known fact, Tom Regger, the guy who wrote this, went on to create Animaniacs and Tiny Toon Adventures later. Talk about a glow-up. And true to Filmation style, the movie's all about doing a lot with a little budget. Campy, simple, and totally charming if you're into that vintage cartoon look, as when it released, nobody really talked about it. Even back in '82, the animation looked kind of old. But now, hardcore animation fans and nostalgia collectors kind of love it for exactly that reason. It was aimed at kids and old-school Mighty Mouse fans, not a blockbuster, but you can bet more than a few VHS collections had this one. Honestly, outside maybe hunting up an old VHS or DVD at a garage sale or online, you're not going to stream it anywhere official in 2025. And don't expect high definition, it's classic standard def all the way. Mighty Mouse in the Great Space Chase. It's a blast from animation's past. Simple, weirdly charming, and full of that lo-fi Filmation energy. If you love animation history, 80s oddballs, or you just want to see Mighty Mouse blast off in a spaceship, track it down and give it a spin. Not a must-watch for everyone, but for old-school cartoon buffs, it's a piece of cartoon history you'll enjoy checking out.